Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chai with Us podcast. This is episode number 17. I am Erica, the personal developer.
And I'm Ivana from Okolo Isabels.
Oh, yeah. And today we're talking about creating a new life, new beginning.
We are.
Yeah,
And I'm drinking a citrus iced tea. What are you drinking today?
good for you. I'm drinking green tea.
Very nice. So let's talk about what it takes to create a new life.
Wow. What it takes to create a new life. First of all, you will have to make the decision. You would
Yes.
have to say, listen, you know what? This doesn't serve me anymore. This is not the life I want to live. And you have to start with the decision of, okay, so from now on, this is what I want to do. It all starts with the decision, I think.
I think so too. And you have to have that desire to want to change.
Yeah, that's totally true because some of us will say like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to start exercising, whatever that is, big or small. We're just saying, we're not feeling it. So until you
Mm-hmm.
feel it, you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to really do anything.
That's
So
right.
you really have to decide and just feel it in your heart and have to change. That's why so
Yeah.
many times in life we go to the same situation over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
We think we're
Mm-hmm.
over, we think that we have changed, and then the situation comes in and we're like, oh no, we didn't. And
Yeah.
then some of us, like myself, I was like, okay, I'm done. Thank you, universe. Learn my lesson. I'm going to change. I'm going to create a new life for me.
Yeah. There's that famous quote like, there's no try, there's only do.
Oh, I love that. One of the
Yeah.
words that I don't like too much is try. I don't like when
Mm-hmm.
I say, are we going to do this on Friday? I'm going to try. I don't like it. I'm
Yeah.
going to do it or I'm not going to do it. Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
hmm
Because
Yeah.
typically when we say try, it means that we won't do it.
Yeah. And
Instead of being like more positive and saying, I will do this on Friday.
totally. And just remember that whatever you say to your brain, that's what your brain's going to do. So if you're going to try something,
Mm-hmm.
your brain is going to try.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
That means that it's going to try. Maybe it's going to do it. Maybe it's not going to
Maybe
do
you
it.
won't.
So
Mm-hmm.
I rather say I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do this or I'm working towards to be able to do it.
So first we want to make a decision to change, and then we want to have a desire to change. What happens after that?
I think that after that, after making the decision, you have to figure out a way. You have 10,000 ways of doing it, of
Mm-hmm.
letting go of your past.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
the old you is not going to help you on the path that you want to go because the old
Right.
you was making this all the
Mm-hmm.
mistakes. So when
Mm-hmm.
I decided that I wanted to change, I said I'm going to do everything the opposite way
Mm-hmm.
because the old me was doing some was yeah, it was not serving me anymore because it was doing
Mm-hmm.
the same thing over and over again and I knew that that wasn't working. So
Yeah.
I mean, you really have to let go of the past, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
long process. We
Mm-hmm.
all met, we all know that, especially if you have been through some traumatic events, it
Mm-hmm.
is difficult. But in order for you to really progress,
Mm-hmm.
in order for you to really have a new life, you have to let go of the past. I don't
Mm-hmm.
mean erase it and pretend it never happened, because that's not
Right.
healthy. It's not going to be good. It's not going to end well because eventually you will just break down. You
Mm-hmm.
will have a meltdown or something.
Yeah. So I
But
think at this
yeah.
point is where you start to have this fear of change that can sometimes happen to us.
Oh yeah, and it's going to happen because it's the unknown. It's the
Exactly.
unknown. When we were talking about fear, we also mentioned that like fear, you can have fear of something good and fear of something bad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can be scared because just it's the unknown.
It's the unknown. Exactly.
Yeah, and you have to be ready and be prepared to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that you need to work on in this process is just being comfortable about being uncomfortable because
Exactly.
you are changing, you are going to grow
Mm-hmm.
exponentially. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to be faced with new situations. I don't know what to do. I have to figure out what to
Mm-hmm.
do. So just accept that you are going to be
Yes.
uncomfortable for a long time. And
And
that's
in order to
actually so
change, you
good.
have to have these experiences.
Exactly. In order to grow, you have to have these experiences. You said it like so beautifully. It's true. And it's actually a good thing because once you learn how to feel, how to be comfortable about being
Hmm.
uncomfortable, you are going to be able to do some
Hmm.
magical things because that's how you step up.
I agree. And it can start with small changes. You don't have to decide, I want a new life. I'm going to like move to another country and just start from scratch. No,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can start creating a new life exactly where you are today, like after watching this podcast.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you for saying that because when we talk about the change, some people think about something extreme. I also
Mm-hmm.
thought that, you know what? Oh, now I know everything. Now I'm going to change. And it's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen in 1 week. Maybe it's not going to happen in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really be patient throughout the process
Mm-hmm.
and do small changes, as Ivana said. Just you can have a big picture about where you want to
Mm-hmm.
be and then have baby steps for you to get to where you want to be. That's how you create a new life.
And this is where like the vision board comes in handy. We talked about that like many episodes ago. I think it was one of our first episodes that we did.
Yes.
Create a vision board of where you want to be, how you want your life to unfold, and then start with small changes to work towards that fulfillment of that vision board that you created.
Yeah, exactly. Like think about what can you do today to
Mhm.
get there, because
Mhm.
some of us are in very tricky situations where we cannot move that much because the money isn't here or it's not the right time or there's so many things that we have to deal first. Like
Mhm.
figure out what is it that you can do today to
Mhm.
help you out. You know what I mean? Is
Exactly.
there a skill that you have to learn in order to to,
Mhm.
to be better? And what are your personal skills that you have to improve to be that person that you want to be?
Yes.
Vision board is great for that because it gives you
Mhm.
like, where do I want to go? And then the next
Exactly.
step is like, what can I do today? And it can be
Mhm.
small. And listen, celebrate every win.
Exactly.
Celebrate like really celebrate like crazy every time you do something good. It will send
Mhm.
you a good message to your brain, and your brain is going to want to do more because
Yes.
there's a present
Mhm.
at the end.
And try not to, the mind loves to put limits on what we're capable of doing. So when you're creating your vision board, try to really go outside of like what you think your limit is, and just think of like what life could you live if you had no limits, if there's nothing that was limiting you.
Exactly. I mean, just go wild. Go wild. It's listen, it's a few pictures on a piece of
Hmm.
paper, right?
Exactly.
Just, there are no limits. No one's gonna judge you for your vision board. Uh, and like just there are no limits. So don't be scared to put whatever you want to achieve. And then
Hmm.
just go step by step and see where it goes. Because the vision board, purpose, goals, they are a direction for you to
Hmm.
go. The big purpose is for you to be happy. If you are
Hmm.
happy and you achieve all those goals, it's fine. But if probably the path to those goals will lead you not a different way that
Exactly.
can be way better than you
Hmm.
ever imagined. Who knows?
Yeah. So right now my vision board is I want to have a healing center where people can come and heal from their trauma that they've experienced when they were children. And I want to be married and have 5 kids. So that's like I'm so far away from that. But I'm putting it out into the universe, and that's the vision I have, and I just drew it. And like that obviously it's not going to come true tomorrow, but maybe in like 5 years that's going to be a reality. So I'm not putting any limits on myself. It's just something that's, I have like the man, the woman, and the 5 kids, and it's
Yeah.
by the water, and it's a healing center. And because I know that I want to help people heal from their trauma.
Yeah, and I mean, and you never know, Like 3 years ago, the, um, a lot of the things that I'm living now, they were on my vision board. And
Mhm.
honestly, I was just putting it out there. I didn't know what I was doing. Some days I believed I could do everything, and some days I
Mhm.
was feeling so low that I thought, you know what, I will never gonna be able to achieve anything. And right now, it's like this reality is crazy.
Mhm.
Yesterday I was walking by the seaside with my boyfriend, with his mom, and we were so calm and everything was okay. I was like,
Uh-huh.
damn, like I love my life. And
Uh-huh.
I spoke to you about on this on another episode where we spoke about visualization, that I
Yeah.
have this folder on my phone where I put the things that I want to achieve. And at the
Mhm.
beginning of my relationship, we took like a picture, me, my boyfriend, and his mom. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
you know what? I'm going to put this picture here because I want us to get along. I want us to have a
Yeah.
healthy relationship. And yesterday we were walking, and I was like, damn, this is like exactly what I put in my,
Exactly.
you know, in my vision folder. And
Bored. Yeah.
you know, and I didn't know. I just wished for it. And you know
Uh-huh.
what? My actions were, it's not like magically, it will magically
Mhm.
happen, even though I believe that the universe will provide.
Yes.
But even if you don't believe, just think about the fact that every time you put out something, your
Mhm.
brain is going to chase it. Your emotions are
Mhm.
going to chase it. You are going to start
Mhm.
noticing things. So maybe when I put that image, I chose that I was going to be more kind. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
I chose that I wanted to be a part of their lives. I chose that I wanted to be more present.
Yeah.
And there you go. And then the vision is not the vision anymore, it's the
Mhm.
reality.
Mhm. So I think once you have the vision to get to it, to your vision to become reality, you need to start doing some small changes, such as start meditating. Start meditating daily. Start doing grounding practices. Maybe start yoga, and do these things to help you become the person that is in that vision board that you ideally want to be.
Yeah, that is so true. Just think about the type of person that you want to be, and what would this person do?
Mhm.
Like, would this person exercise every day, 3 times a week, once a week? I mean, you don't need to go all like to be a monk all of a sudden, but just
Yeah.
start thinking about where you want to be and what skills and what things do you want
Mhm.
to to get, you know, and
Mhm.
to transform to get there. And you're going to be surprised. And please don't limit yourself,
Exactly.
like Ivana said, don't limit yourself on the vision, and don't limit yourself on the things that you want to do.
Mhm.
I would never be a yoga teacher if I hadn't take a risk, because
Mhm.
I thought, not a sports person, never played sports. I'm thin because I'm thin. I mean, you know, I
Yeah.
had some beliefs that were like a
Mhm.
little bit all over the place. They weren't my own. I just assumed that I was, you know, whatever I
Mhm.
was. And I tried new things and I discovered my passion. Like I discovered my life purpose,
Mhm.
not because I was being safe, but because I was trying new things. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I decided, you know,
Mhm.
I want to start over. I want to start
Mhm.
over. Let me do the opposite. Let me learn what I can
Yeah.
do instead.
And if
Yeah.
you want to move into a new area of your life, maybe your job, start looking at hobbies that you've enjoyed doing, and maybe like pick up a hobby. Like maybe you love taking pictures of someone and you could become a photographer. So
Mhm.
like look at a hobby you have or had in the past and invest in that, and maybe start doing that on your free time to see how much you enjoy it.
Yeah, think about things that you really enjoyed when you were a child. Think about
Mhm.
it. Go back and see how it is. And I spoke about this as well in the other episode, but just to mention it very briefly. If you have been through trauma, you probably didn't have the chance to try new things. So
Mhm.
it's very normal that
Mhm.
you get out of the situation you were in and you have no idea who you are. You have no
Mhm.
idea. I had no idea who I was. I had no idea.
Mhm.
Basic stuff that people learn with their parents, I didn't learn that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't know how to swim. You know this image with your father teaching you how to swim. I don't know what that is. And I
Mhm.
know that a lot of people out there, they lived a life where they didn't have the opportunity to know themselves. So don't assume that who you are right now is who you are supposed to be, because you
Mhm.
didn't have the chance. You didn't have the chance. You were probably busy trying to
Mhm.
survive abuse or something like that. So
Right.
give yourself a break and
Mhm.
try new things, because really you didn't know.
Mhm.
And
And when you try these new things, you're going to start to meet new people, and all of a sudden, your friend
yeah,
circle is going to change, and you'll start to realize, like, wow, look at how much I've changed just because I've tried all these new things.
it is true. It is true. And it's funny, like when we're talking about change, one thing can do like a huge difference. I
Mhm.
mean, you can be just online and doing this training. I didn't have any money when I started this journey. I
Mhm.
was just watching YouTube videos like crazy. I was
Yeah.
downloading videos, books on PDF.
Mhm.
I was doing
Mhm.
like, do you know when these coaches they do this a little bit of training for free, and then you
Yeah.
go and then you
Mhm.
buy something. I wasn't buying anything. I was just seeing all and
The free
consuming
stuff. Yeah.
all the free stuff. And
Yeah.
and these things, this simple thing just opened up my mind so much. And
Mhm.
you never
Mhm.
know, like one small thing can make a huge difference. You can know someone that will change your life. You can read the book of
Exactly.
your life. You can see the video that
Mhm.
will change everything. You can meet
Mhm.
your partner. I mean, who knows? It's totally worth it. It's totally
Mhm.
worth it to start a new life. And it's never too late. It is never too late to
Mhm.
try new things, to start a new life, and to change careers. Who cares if
Yeah.
you're 50 and you discovered you don't want to be a lawyer? Go be something
Exactly.
else. Then what's the
Exactly.
problem? It's your life to live.
Mhm. I think a lot of times we're scared of change because of what people will think of us if we change our
Mm.
life, and that they won't love us anymore, or they won't want to hang out with us.
I mean, change is a part of life.
Exactly.
Just allow yourself to change. I like to say that I like to have. I don't like to classify myself as much. I don't like to put a
Mhm.
stamp on myself,
Labels. Yeah.
labels like being I'm this, I'm that. I sometimes do. I sometimes say it without even
Mhm.
noticing. But I try to not be. Don't classify. Don't label myself too much.
Yeah.
Give yourself time to grow and room to be whatever you want to be, and give your loved ones as well the room
Mhm.
to be whatever they want to be,
Mhm.
because
And
you
yeah,
you love the spirit. You don't love the lawyer, the you know
right.
what the hell.
Exactly. And be open to meeting new people.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
that's very important. And the way that you can meet new people is by attending meetups. I don't know if they have this in Tenerife, but
You.
almost
Mhm.
all over the world they have meetups that focus on either a sport or a hobby or a book club. So that's a great way to go meet new people.
Yeah, and I think that besides meeting new people, meet people who have been through whatever you had been through. Just
Mhm.
not necessarily physically meeting them, but
Mhm.
just look for people who you admire or something, and just read their story, and just
Mhm.
so you can realize that you are not alone, that
Mhm.
it's not only you, and that you can speak about it, and know what those people did. If you want to
Mhm.
change, just look at the people that you admire and think about the qualities that they have, for
Yeah.
example, and what they've done, and think about
Mhm.
what is it that you have to learn from them. And
Mm.
since you are starting over, it's so cool. You can be whatever you are, whatever you
Exactly.
want to be. So like
Mhm.
just do your research and just choose where you want to be and
Mhm.
how you're gonna get there. It's such a
Exactly.
magical phase. It's so
And I think
beautiful.
sometimes people like have to have an accident or a disease or something for them to make actual change in their life. And you don't need that. Like you
No,
don't need to have this bad event happen in your life for you to change. You can change today after watching this podcast. It's because it's
exactly.
your choice. Like we said, it's a decision, and then there's a desire.
That's so true. That would make my day if someone watches this episode. Just one person. If someone watches this episode and say, "Listen, it's today. This is gonna happen today."
Mhm.
You know what happens? Like I've noticed that some people, what we're saying isn't new. Like
Yeah.
we didn't invent this. This is just
Right.
common sense that sometimes it doesn't hit you. You just watch it
Exactly.
and okay. And then one person says it, you watch this podcast, and then you're like, oh, and you do something. I wish I'm that person, right? I wish I'm that person. That
Yeah.
would be so cool.
We would love to. So please like send us comments and tell us like the changes that you're making today.
Yes, yes, please do. I would really love it.
Mhm.
Um, and don't that's I'm just looking at the our bullet points, and I would love, what do you have to say about like people who run away from change? Because if you I mean, if you want to change,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to change. It's not only the outside. What do you have to say
Right.
about that?
I think it's accepting that everything changes. Even you, every day that you wake up, you're a different person because you have had new experiences every day, every minute of your life. So
Mhm.
once you accept that everything is always changing and nothing is ever the same, maybe you start to have a more comfortable relationship with the word change.
Yes, well said. I love it. Yeah. And for you, in order like to really do the change, besides letting go, well, I think we should talk about a little bit about letting go because people they ask like, how do I let go? I have no idea
Exactly.
how to let go because it's so hard. You can say, oh, I forgave the person. And really in your heart, you know that you are still
That's so
hurt.
true.
So how do people let go of the past?
I think it's very hard, and it just recognize that it's going to take some time, and there's different things that you can do. I'm such a proponent of journaling, writing everything down, of performing different ceremonies. Maybe what you can do is like a fire puja, which is like a ritual that we do in India where we have fire.
Mhm.
And at the end of this 1 hour of chanting different mantras, you throw in a piece of paper of things that you want to change or remove from your life. You can do that. You can do your own ritual of maybe throwing something into the water and letting the water carry it away, or writing a note and putting it on a balloon and letting the balloon go. So there's all
Mhm.
these different things that you can do to actually physically look like that you're letting go of it, and then maybe it'll help you with letting go of the past. But you have to recognize that the past is what made you. You are your past, and you're
Mhm.
changing every day. And so like letting go is difficult, you know what I mean? But you have to remember
Yeah.
that you're not that person. It's an experience that happened to you.
Uh-huh. Uh, yeah, I totally agree. I think that the point that we need here is just to understand that you are not that person anymore. Because
Mhm.
most of us right now we're acting like we are 6 years old.
Yeah.
We are like grown up people, but we are acting with the 6 year old mentality. So we
Mhm.
have to say goodbye to the moment or the
Mhm.
age or to the people you were. And
Mhm.
one of the best ways I find to do it is for you to write a letter to
Yes.
yourself.
Yes, I love that.
Write down a letter to yourself, and you know what? Say to this person, listen, I the way I did it was like, thank you for teaching me that. Thank you for being so strong. Thank you for everything that you gave me. Thank you for
Mhm.
helping me get here. It was hard,
Mhm.
but thank you. And
Mhm.
then just write down, embrace this person, hug this person,
Mhm.
and then say goodbye. And say
Yeah.
goodbye in this letter. Say
Mhm.
goodbye, and then you can burn it. You can
Mhm.
you can bury it somewhere. You
Mhm.
can toss it away. Just do something to physically uh,
Mhm.
take this
Yes.
thing, because I mean you're trying to be new, and it's okay. Just whatever you want to keep from this six
Mhm.
year old, you know,
Yeah.
just keep it. It's totally fine. But you have to let go of that grief so you can create a new life. Because you
Mhm.
cannot create a new life based on pain
I
and on
agree.
fear and everything. So
Mhm.
just write down like whatever you're gonna cry. I was talking
Let it
about it. I
out.
was almost crying. I was just thinking about it. So you're gonna cry. That's okay. Cry it
Mhm.
out. Make sounds when you cry. Really, like seriously, because
Yes.
this is physically in our body. Our body
Yes.
has memory. It's not only
Mhm.
in our head. So just do it, and then start designing what
Yes.
you want to be, where you want to be, how do you want it to be, who is
Mhm.
going to be around you, like
Right.
what type of people, kids, how many, do you want 5 kids like Ivana? Just like, and then you are going to be able to really create your new life,
Mhm.
because it's impossible if you don't let go. So I really advise you to say
Yes.
to say goodbye, say goodbye.
Mhm.
And it's going to happen that throughout your life you're gonna go back to that
Mhm.
child. But once you do this ceremony, you are going to be able to say, "Oh, I already said goodbye to that person.
Mhm.
I'm not that person anymore. I'm a new
Exactly.
person." And it's so easy to forget sometimes. Doesn't it happen like with you that sometimes you're kind of regressing and you're like, what am I doing? I'm not like that. I work to be like
Exactly.
this. That this is where I'm
Yes.
going.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love what you just said. When my mala broke, it means that like karma has been fulfilled for what you were using the mala for. And so I took each bead and I said, thank you for like breaking my foot because it taught me how to like watch where I'm going. Thank you
Mm.
for this happening because it taught me how to do this.
Yeah. And it's so beautiful. It's like one of those things that it's very painful, but at the same time is
Mhm.
so beautiful. And be
Yeah.
prepared to feel very uneasy for a few
Mhm.
days because if the energy is leaving you and you are kind of processing, but that
Mhm.
that just means that you are doing your work and you are
Mhm.
human. Not everything is going to be bubbly, okay, ceremony, and
Yeah.
you're leaving everything behind. It's painful because as Ivana said, it's like it's part of who you are. So
Exactly.
it's tough, and some of us actually benefit from those behaviors, right?
Mhm.
Some of
Mhm.
us were doing the same thing over and over again because maybe we were getting attention. Just check in with yourself and think about what is it that you were benefiting when you were repeating those patterns, and just let
Right.
it go as well. Let
Mhm.
it go with yeah.
But you'll start to notice when you let go of this, of the past, that your whole life is like a blank sheet and you can be whoever you want to be. It's up to you to decide.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like so magical. It's like I wish I was so happy about it, but of course you are in this situation. You don't want to laugh, you know what I mean? You just
Right.
want to get out of the situation. But now I look back and it's such a beautiful process. Like
Mhm.
I'm a different person right now, and it's so crazy. And it's
Mhm.
so crazy that when you do the work, like you actually change. And
Mhm.
even if you're having a bad time, like I remember I had some troubles at work or something. And
Mhm.
I was like, what the hell? But I prepared myself for this. I prepared to have problems and
Mhm.
solve them and be empowered
Mhm.
and be strong. So no problem. I'll get this done. And it's so great. I
Exactly.
wasn't I wasn't like that. I would be
Mhm.
crawling and like I suck, you know?
Mhm. I
Yeah.
think sometimes we put ourselves down instead of appreciating how incredibly powerful we are because we get to create the life that we want. And sometimes that's scary to know that like it's all up to you and that you have the power to do that.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't believe this. I was like, what? I can create. I'm not a victim of life.
Mhm.
No, we're
Mhm.
not victims of life. Like my
That's
dog
right.
is going crazy. Bonnie.
Mm.
Okay,
It's
thank
so
you.
good what you said. We're not the victims of our lives. We're the creators of our lives.
We are. Yes, right now we are creating. Our behaviors are going to lead us somewhere. Our
Mhm.
thoughts are going to lead us somewhere. That's why when I start having some negative thoughts over a situation or a person, I address them straight away.
Mhm.
Because even if I think I don't believe on those thoughts,
Mhm.
I'm gonna act weird with the person. What is that gonna
Exactly. That's
cause?
so true.
Right, when
Mhm.
you are upset about something and in your head you created an idea about the person and it's not even true, and you think
Mhm.
like whatever, but then you're interacting with the person and you are
Mhm.
interacting according to what you are thinking, not about what they're doing.
Exactly.
You're going to
Mhm.
find what happens in the situation is that you are going to find clues
Mhm.
to justify what you are thinking.
Mhm. That's
So
true.
we have to be mindful, especially when you're
Mhm.
trying to create a new life and new things.
Yeah.
We have to pay attention. It's like it's a little bit overwhelming because once you're conscious, you think about everything. This happened to
Exactly.
you, like you notice everything, and it can be overwhelming, right?
It's true. Yeah.
Do you think you are an overanalyzer?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. But you know what helps me with that is journaling because once I put it on a piece of paper, it's like left my mind and I don't have to think about it anymore because I just wrote what I thought about the situation. So that really helps me to
Yeah,
not
I
think
mean,
about it anymore.
that's cool. I mean, you can be whatever you want to be, but
Yeah.
it's good to be mindful about like you have this issue, let's call it an issue.
Mhm.
It can be perfectly fine, or sometimes it can hurt you. But like if you
Mhm.
have the tools to self-regulate yourself, then we're fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Do we
this
have
topic.
anything else that we want to add?
Let me think. Nope. I just want
Yeah.
you to be happy. That's what I want
Yes.
you to do. I just want people to be happy. And just, I don't care if you're 90 years old and
Mhm.
decide to get married. You know what I mean? You can
Exactly.
create your life whenever you feel like. You can have,
Yes.
and I think that it must be so scary, because think about it. I didn't have anything to lose. I had
Mhm.
nothing to lose. Let's face it. Like my life
Mhm.
was horrible. And what about people who have a beautiful life on the outside, but they
Mhm.
still have to make a change because they don't feel good on the inside?
Right. Mhm.
That should be like freaking scary, because changing is scary. But imagine that everything looks great and you don't feel
Mhm.
good. That's not the life you want to be.
Exactly. Exactly. And don't be scared paving your own way. I know it's scary
Mhm.
because maybe no one has done that before in your family and you don't know anyone who's doing it, but believe that you can do it. Like, don't limit yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Do your own thing. And
Mhm.
if you have to drop everything, if you
Mhm.
have to leave the marriage, if you have to leave that 9 to 5 secure job, I mean, do it. Do it, because people, we are all gonna die one day. We are all
Exactly.
gonna get to this moment where we think about what we have done in this life. And
Mhm.
honestly, I don't want to be there, lay down and think about what I should have done. Because
Right.
you can, one thing that helped me a lot, and it's very simple. You can always get a shitty job.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can always, you're not going to have problem looking for a shitty job and then go
Mhm.
from there. So
Mhm.
that helped me a lot. It gave me a lot
Mhm.
of freedom, because I was like, yeah, I can always get a shitty job. I can leave this
Mhm.
one and get another shitty job.
Yeah.
I can do my own thing, and then it doesn't work. Okay, let's go get a shitty job. But at least
Mhm.
I tried. So
Right.
whatever you want to do, just do it. Try it. There's only one life,
Mhm. That's so true.
right? And then
This is the time to do it now.
this is the time to do it now. And like we said at the beginning, and it's cool because this is going full circle, make the decision and
Exactly.
do it. It's tough, yes. It's gonna hurt like hell, yes. Is it gonna pay off? Oh yes.
That's right. I love that. That was perfect.
Yes, I hope you loved it as well. I think we're gonna wrap up.
Yes. Thank
As
you so much for
good.
tuning in and make sure to like us, subscribe to our channel, share us, and comment. We love to hear about the changes you're making in your life.
Yes. Email us on chaywithuspodcast@gmail.com. And that's it, guys. Be happy. See you next Tuesday.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.